Hello, everybody. I'm Sheila,
And I'm Ruel.
and welcome,
Welcome to the
CommoNurse
CommoNurse podcast.
Yay! We're finally doing our first episode. Again, welcome everyone. This is exciting. We're finally doing it, guys.
Yes.
After a lot of tries, I think.
A lot of practice.
A lot of maybe practice trials.
And disclaimer, while we're doing this, that our two chunky boys are
Just
here in the office roaming around.
Yep.
Every now and then they'll probably bump the cameras or jump into the frame.
Yes,
just
and make a lot of noise. So
don't mind them.
Yep. All right. So how are you, baby?
I'm tired.
All right, I guess.
So as any other nurses out there.
Exactly right. All right, I guess we should introduce ourselves. Like maybe
Yeah.
like a little, like say, what our background is, a little bit of what are we working as a nurse? type of
First
work?
of all, we're husband and wife.
Yes.
And we're both nurses based here in
No, we're brothers and sisters.
Canberra, Australia.
Yes. Canberra represent.
So we've been here for how long? 6 years?
Oh, yeah, close
Turning
to seven.
seven.
Yeah, close
Turning
to seven.
in a few weeks.
Ooh, yeah, been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while.
So we originally did our studies back home in the Philippines.
Yes,
Way back
Filipinos
when.
represent.
And then-
Kawai kawai.
I don't know,
Hype man mo ko.
is there an
Hype man mo
applause
ko.
here somewhere? Oops. Wrong sound effect.
Again, guys, we're still figuring this shit out. So, sorry.
There should be an applause here somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Philippines represent.
Yeah! All right. So, background wise, I am a dialysis nurse, and
I don't know if you saw that
I guess
on frame.
yeah, it's on frame. So I'm a dialysis nurse and also an emergency nurse, emergency department nurse, and my husband.
Is a nurse somewhere.
He also has a background in emergency nursing and from like overseas. And then we did also a bit of geriatric nursing. Just put it out there. Yeah.
To start with.
To start with. But I think, that's in another podcast because, we're here to talk to you about a different thing. But what's your background, lovely? Come on, you have to tell them because we have to introduce yourself.
So I graduated high school, decided to study nursing. First year dropout in a school somewhere in Davao. Because I decided not to study, but instead play video games. So my mom decided to bring me back to our
Hometown?
well, it's not her hometown because
Oh, yeah. Bring you back home.
place of residence or something.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then
And then I
so
started
he'll be supervised
in
because
Jensen.
he's stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irresponsible student.
Yeah, so again we both had our background in the Philippines. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I feel like I can't hear myself.
You probably turned your volume down.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, both with overseas nursing background and now working as nurses here in Australia. Yay!
Again.
um,
Balik-balik.
Balik-balik? Gani man, balik-balik. All right. So I think we have a topic to discuss. I think something that you thought that is really
Oh, how come I'm the only one who introduced myself or like where
okay.
I studied back home?
I thought I can cheat my way out of it, guys. So anyway, I am also I did my nursing in 2 colleges. So I'm not gonna name them, but if you know, and if you're my classmate, and if you know me, so hi guys.
2 colleges
2
overseas in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah, true,
yeah.
true,
So
true.
I did it in another college. So half of my nursing career, nursing degree, is in another college, and I did it in another.
But in the
college.
same province, yeah.
No, definitely not. Okay, so I did my 2 years of nursing in Bukidnon, and my last 2 years, my third year and fourth year in
Oh yeah, right.
Iligan.
Iligan.
So yeah,
Good to
guys,
know.
Kai Lagawan. I love traveling, so you can see me go places. And yeah, definitely work for a little bit in the Philippines as nurses. That's where we actually met. But he hate
This
me.
is Wata, by the way, guys.
Yeah, say hi, baby. Say
Our
hi.
chunky Frenchie.
Hi. Come on, Hiro.
Hero should be joining us soon if he feels like it.
Yep, true. Oh, he wants to say hi. Hi. Anyway,
So apart from our studies overseas, me and Sheila decided to go to Australia back when 2016, and
yep,
did nursing
2016.
again in University of Canberra here in Australia. Nursing
Yeah,
is so
UC
nice. We had to do
represent.
it twice.
Not true.
I don't know about that anymore though.
I feel like it was a good choice for us. So we're gonna talk, I think, more about that in a different podcast, lovely. Because I think we want to talk about something else, guys. That I think
It interests everyone. Well,
at least nurses
Yeah.
and also people in the healthcare area that that might find it relevant in their experience at this point. Of course, everyone knows about the pandemic.
yeah,
right?
definitely.
We
There's
had
probably not a person in this world who haven't heard about it.
exactly a lot of people have
Injured a lot.
yeah, that's to say the least.
Spell injured.
Injured.
I
INJ JURED. Is that right? Injured.
Kidding aside, so our first topic for our very first episode is nursing through the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Let's talk about nursing through the pandemic. But
how are you?
I guess prior to that, maybe not only in nursing, a lot of people have different experiences through the pandemic. And I guess the pandemic hit us the most because we are in healthcare, and the pandemic is caused by coronavirus, COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
So we
Duh.
are,
It's not
yeah,
a secret anymore.
it's not a secret, yes. But what I'm saying is that we are the
We had to deal with it because people get sick, and that's our job, to deal with people who get sick.
exactly.
Basically.
We're the frontliners.
Yeah.
They call it. They call it. But I guess everyone who is
You're getting sidetracked a little bit. I'll put you back in place. So,
okay.
how were you, or how are you during the pandemic? Because technically we're still on it at the moment.
Yes. I think I'm still okay.
Yes.
That's a really vague answer, guys. Apologies, but I guess I'm kind of in the middle. I'm burnt out.
Yeah, like I bet most of us are.
Yes. But I'm still grateful that
Most
I
of
have
us already considering professions outside of nursing.
yeah,
especially me.
or leaving nursing. Like totally.
Yeah, a lot of guys
lot,
did.
Yeah, a lot of nurses did here in Australia. Evidently, a lot of numbers dropped.
Yeah, they were actually recruiting. This was when the pandemic initially struck Australia. They were recruiting recently retired, or was it recently retired, and what else?
Or
Student nurses
60s.
even?
Yeah, nurses over 60s,
Yeah.
or yeah.
To consider coming back to the profession because the
It's the
workforce
force
was
because we're always
very
short staffed.
depleted.
Yeah, yeah. But I guess I'm still grateful.
Oh yeah,
How about
we were
you?
like the only profession who, and doctors obviously,
True.
anyone in the medical
Field.
healthcare, technically that's the proper term for it, healthcare sector.
Yeah. How about you though? How are you during the pandemic?
I don't know. I've completely, I don't know, removed myself from, I don't know what's the term.
Unsa man? Sayaw na lang na to. Basta masayon pa. Unsa man?
Like sadly, I lost interest in my in actual nursing.
Mm.
Yeah. Like it burned me out. Like I
Yeah.
had to find ways to, or like I had to, from for like I don't know how to put it into words, but for like a day-to-day basis, I have to find or cling on to something that would inspire me for that day, just to survive the shift basically. Cause yeah.
It's um this is coming from an ED perspective,
Mm.
babe, because to be honest, like having to wear that whole PPE, that whole shebang, guys, the yellow gown, the one I posted in the picture. I
Lucky you
actually,
only had to wear the yellow gown, not the full hazmat suit though.
oh, you had
No,
to.
no, no, no. Like I
Mm.
mean, for some nurses they had to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true,
have you seen
true.
that on videos?
I guess just to put this into perspective, we are still lucky here in Australia, very very much so, because we are not in a different part of the world where it's really horrible. We've
Mm.
I know you guys heard stories that people are wearing like the whole hazmat, had to wear diapers
Like in
because
the
in
Philippines,
the
they yeah
Philippines,
they've
yes,
experienced that.
which makes me sad. I feel like I've become emotional because I feel them,
Yeah, like
you know.
nurses aren't able to go to the toilet because
Mm-hmm.
it's like taking off the suit and putting it back on. It's costly.
Yes, and I guess that's also putting patient first.
Mm.
That's under our code, like putting patients first rather than ourselves. So we sometimes ignore ourselves to the point that we are getting stressed, getting sick, and yeah, it's just hard. It was heavy. Anyway,
I'm still trying to think of
the right
like
term.
yeah right term to explain my situation during the peak of the pandemic because I just totally lost interest, sadly, in
Mm.
nursing.
It's not burnout too,
It
or
it is
it's
definitely
part of it. Yeah.
burnout. Hang on.
Yep. Hero wants to join us, guys. Yay! Come here, Bobby. Come here, baby. Yay! This is Hero, everyone. This is our Kuya Hero.
Say hi. Say hi.
If you're watching the video, please say hi to our hero. Put comments down below, please. And also, guys, just a little bit of a sidetrack, baby. I want to promote my vlog as well. So I have a vlog, Sheila Defina
Shameless
Fernandez.
plug.
Yay, shameless vlog, just in case. You want to follow me on my socials, and also from time to time, I try to feature my husband there, and
You don't
our
have to follow
dogs.
me, guys.
Yeah, he doesn't have a vlog, so
Like I just don't do social media that much.
yeah, true.
I use it for communication. That's about it.
But yeah, just in case, like and subscribe, and also share our stories. And once you find this interesting, please also share this to your friends, fellow nurses. Baka naman,
Oh,
support,
enough with your
support.
shameless plug. So going back there,
Okay,
before I was
okay.
cutely interrupted by Hero.
Yes. Hi, baby. Say hi, Bobby.
So I don't know if some of you guys have experienced it as well, where you had to look for an inspiration just to get you by for during the shift. Because
I
without it, I don't think how you'd be able to, like, I don't know, is it sympathize or
y-
sympathize with other people?
empathize.
Empathize? Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the term is.
Yeah. For me, I would just put it out there. Money is the biggest motivation. I I
Siyempre,
guess.
you have bills to pay, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
It's a given. It's a
Dollar
given.
bills, yo. It's not peso, it's dollar bills, yo. So we have to work. But apart from that, I think because I had a job, I started in the hospital during the pandemic.
Oh, was it
Remember?
during the pandemic?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
about 2020. So I started the job mid 2020, and I think I was still inspired. Like everything is quite
Yeah,
new
because
to
you just started
me.
in your workplace.
I'm a bit enthusiastic about everything, but I tell you what, it's coming down.
Like from our end, it was just like paperwork on top of another paperwork.
Yeah, and
Like for people coming in when we do, um,
oh, you
new.
didn't tell them what do you do? You're in
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
primary health.
Yeah,
Yeah,
primary health.
primary health.
Like when we induct new people, like
Mm.
from 4 types of paperwork, it went up to 9 or 10.
Yep. But also in your facility, I think at one point you told me that you had to do lockdown, swab everyone, and
It happened multiple times. Yeah.
yeah. And I guess that's what really burns you out
Mm.
because
Yeah,
you
it's like,
you're
yeah,
working
oh, we'll have
too
to swab
hard.
everyone again.
Mm, true.
Like I didn't even work that hard. Shout out to the guys who worked so hard during that time.
Green
My
Army, if you're
workmates,
listening, yeah.
you know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
Or
What else?
enough with that, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
So, how did you cope?
Ooh, coping. Can I just
And by the
say,
way, guys, if you have some experiences to share, please feel free to
comment
comment
down
it below, or
below.
you want to share your
Yes.
experiences as well.
Yep. Even though if you're not a nurse or you're
Mm.
not in healthcare, what experiences that you have during the pandemic that you think a bit, we can learn. Everyone can
Or
learn
relate to,
something
yeah.
or relate to. Yeah, that'd be great. Um, coping wise, I have you.
Aww. Let me find a sound effect for that one.
Something cheesy, please.
This one.
Crickets. It's like something passed by and you were like, oh, okay. All right. Yes, I have you. And then we are lucky enough because we had Hero. Yes.
Yay!
Yay. So
Shut
he's
up.
our first Bobby. He's our frog. He's a half French and pug. So when we got Hero, I think the house just brightened up. We had
Definitely.
someone to look forward to going home to. After a long day, after a tiresome day, you have someone to actually wait for you in the stairs and then
Yeah.
getting excited like, Mommy's here, Daddy's here. Yeah.
Always jumping and very excited to see you.
Yep.
Every single time.
Yep. I'll just say 3 just so you can tell how you cope as well. Also vlogging made me cope. Yeah, I try to vlog as much as I can, but I try to stay away from the negative things. I don't usually vlog negative things. Yeah.
You actually need to. Because
yeah.
you're always facing me, so somehow
Yeah.
position your mic that way.
Yep. How about you? Now it's your turn. How did you cope?
It's the same, obviously. Because of you.
What?
Aw.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What? No.
What do you want me to tell you? Other girls?
No.
See? So definitely Hero. Mwah.
Yes.
And then Wata, wherever you are.
What? You want to join us, Bobby?
And then definitely sports. Badminton.
Oh,
We got to
yes.
rekindle
I forgot about
badminton.
that. Yep.
Yeah, because before that I was playing basketball quite a lot.
Yep.
And then when the pandemic started, it's like everything was ceased, no contact sports.
Yep.
And then when it started to reopen again, you can only do certain type of sports. And then
Yeah.
luckily,
I forgot to tell this, but I think prior to Hero coming into our lives, we had the badminton. We had badminton. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was like a really nice stress reliever.
So it was something that we were looking forward to
Yes.
every time we have a game during that day.
Feels like every day. We were
Yeah,
playing
it
every
felt like
day.
if it was every day. Oops, sorry, I just picked my nose there. When the pandemic started, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to meet new friends.
It was something exciting that we got to experience.
Even got a little bit too competitive.
Oh, very competitive. Now we're very competitive. We're competing with different events. Interstate. Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
We're not that good guys. We're just like beginners.
Yeah. But it's good to have something that you actually can vent on.
Yeah. Like your frustrations. If you want to slap someone, you can go for a big smash.
True. And like also at the end of the day, like you're tired. You have somewhere to actually just enjoy, sweat it out, and you have this new endorphins and
It was very
adrenaline.
healthy.
Yeah, very healthy.
Physically and mentally.
Coping mechanism.
But it was expensive at the same time.
But then again, we're sharing with friends. So yeah, it didn't matter. And meron kaming kamaritesan, especially ako. Shout out sa mga ads ko dyan. Anyway, What's the next question, baby?
I'm still trying to think of any.
Yeah, something that
Yeah,
you
that we've considered as.
coping.
How about you guys? What sort
How did
of
you
yeah?
cope?
How did you cope? What sort of
Because
activity did you
I
do?
feel like everyone
Had their own
coped.
unique way. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Some people I've read and I've looked up into YouTube. They've actually had their creative side um discovered during the pandemic, because everyone's just in their houses. You got to find something that you're passionate
Not
about.
healthcare workers though.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are gonna have to work because we are needed in the hospital. But yeah, everyone just cope differently. So guys, please comment down below what you did to cope and what you enjoyed most about that coping mechanism. And if you haven't, please try to find something that you are happy to do or you enjoy doing,
Mm.
like maybe arts, maybe like singing, or maybe
Singing.
learning how to play an instrument. I guess if I
True.
have all that free time in the world, I guess I would explore a different avenue for my frustrations, for my stress to vent. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Um, did you? Sorry. Next question is: did you get infected with COVID?
I was the first one. You're so bad. Yes, I definitely got infected. This is twice. The first time
Did I got it
actually,
twice too, or once?
no, just once.
Oh yeah, I
You
was negative the whole time.
you got it once and then you infected me.
The
That's
second
how,
time. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, you're
that's how
saying.
bad it is. So the first time I had it, it was okay. I guess my symptoms wasn't as bad, but the the long term effect of it took about 3 months.
Mm.
It lingered, and I
You
got
had long
so,
COVID.
yeah, like post COVID, prolonged infection, because I kept getting sick. I kept calling in sick. Like I would get
You're
2 weeks
always short of
off.
breath.
Yeah, yeah, 2 weeks off work. At one point, I had like mucky eyes.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
That
that
was
was
so
disgusting.
bad, and I had to go to the hospital at 4 in the morning. Like
Mm.
even I don't have a bed, guys. I just, yeah, it was embarrassing at the same time. It was sad experience for me because I'm a nurse, and yet even though I'm sick, I don't have the luxury to actually have a bed because everyone's sick.
Yeah.
So everyone's at the hospital. So thankfully my colleagues did look after me, gave me some pain relief, give me
What if I
something.
farted again?
Oh, gave me something that is really that could help my sore throat, and yeah, works wonders. And we got home and it was, yeah, good.
Mm.
I felt good.
I was actually more sick when I had flu.
Mm.
So I had flu first before I had COVID,
Yep.
and at that time I was really sick. I was always short of breath. I was gasping for air most of the time.
Yep.
Like it didn't even improve after a week
Yep.
until the doctor started me on high doses of steroids,
Yep.
which helped my breathing a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think it was a week after that, and I had COVID. Was it?
Yeah,
Or
I think so.
well,
Yeah. Or maybe a few weeks after.
yeah.
But nevertheless, we did have it, guys. We are not superman and
Mm.
superwoman.
But I'm surprised that I was more sick with flu and when I first got my vaccine, like where I
Oh
almost
yeah.
fainted. So my first vaccine was AstraZeneca.
Yep.
Um, it was funny because we were like doing a gathering here at home.
And he was
Yeah, I was
barbecuing.
doing the barbecue outside, and then all of a sudden, my vision was
Yeah, he started feeling
blacking out.
dizzy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started feeling dizzy, and then my peripheral vision just went gone.
And you just left the Barbie there, like,
And then I told
okay.
Sheila I need to go upstairs. I think I'm fainting. And then I was just there. I passed out in bed.
Yeah, I was so concerned because that's not like him. He usually is good, like, he has high tolerance, but that was like so bad.
Yeah.
Like I got so concerned.
And I probably because I didn't take any
Pain
Panadol
relief, yeah, after that
Nurofen
one.
after that one, even though they had advised to do so.
Mm.
So yeah, that was really scary. And
Mm.
then so I hesitated when it was my my second dose was due,
Mm.
but I still got it. But then, yeah, I didn't get any like side effects or symptoms
Yep.
during that. But yeah, I was really scared.
Well, I guess the point of this is that everyone has different response to the infection. Mine was worse. I'm not sure if it's like with the vaccines that we had, but I guess yeah, everyone is who's having COVID has different
Mm.
reactions to it, and mine was just it was bad, like 3 month long, but I'm over it. I got it the second time when you had it. So it's
I'm
very
still wondering
unfortunate.
how I got it at that time.
I don't know, but
Oh,
look, I was on my cuz that time they've loosened up the
restrictions.
restrictions, and like even though you've got a household someone in the household who's infected, you can still go to work if you
As
do
long
a
as, yeah.
negative rat test, if you have a negative rat test. And I kept testing myself every other day, which is as per protocol. But during the seventh day, which I had to do the PCR, surprise,
She tested
surprise,
positive.
I was at work. I'm doing a night shift, and I received a text at 10 o'clock in the evening like, hey, you're positive. So immediately I went out the door and told my CM that, hey, I have to go home because, I'm infected and I don't want to infect anyone else. But yeah, luckily it was a week that I'm off, but I didn't really have a lot of symptoms, just sniffles. That's it. Yeah, I'm still
Good
fortunate.
on you. And I think I didn't have really bad symptoms when I got
Yeah,
it
you
too.
didn't. You didn't.
Mm.
I think the flu was worse for
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
But again, guys, please comment down below if you can relate to this, whatever your reactions. Well, I hope you feel a lot better now, and I hope you're taking it easy and you're looking after yourself because, yeah, you will still get infected. So just be mindful of that. Okay, and it's still around, guys.
Then our next question is, what did you learn during the pandemic?
Well, I guess it's still here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I learned to be careful. Yeah, to be more careful now.
Careful with what?
I guess it taught us a lot. Hand washing goes a long way, and I've been always an advocate of it. Like I don't do shortcuts. I don't even like the
Can I cut
gels.
you off?
Yeah.
I think I've learned something really significant when we got sick.
What?
We can't afford to get sick. Because when I saw my pay when I got sick, I was like, oh
Holy
crap. I was
yes.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You
this
can't
is
afford.
not sustainable.
No.
Even
It,
though you get COVID leave, you still lose all your penalties and whatnot. And then when I
exactly.
saw, it's like, oh crap, it's
Yeah.
almost half of what I'm getting. Yeah,
Exactly.
that was really painful. So I've learned that, yeah,
Yes.
you can call sick, but you can't be really sick.
Because it's not fun. Like,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
for me, mine was worse. Like, that was 3 months of
Mm.
on and off, and I finished off my sick leave. I've taken some of my annual leave because unfortunately I don't have money. So if I don't take my annual leave, I don't have money to.
Leave without pay.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I can't afford that. So yeah. But going back, the lesson I've learned is that the importance of your hand hygiene. Yes. Wearing a mask if you really need to. If you're also sick, just don't get everyone infected. I guess the value of family, because that also helped us cope, don't you think?
I don't know.
Well, again, I have you,
Mm.
and like I kept in touch with my family in the Philippines, so I'm also checking on them because I know the cases there and their situation is way worse than here, and especially my sister, who's also a doctor. So yeah. What else did you learn?
I've learned to be extra resilient. Yeah,
Definitely.
because yeah,
Hundred percent. Hundred
again,
percent.
guys, we got bills to pay. When whenever I get emails that something is due or upcoming, I was like,
Mhm.
like you can't afford to be sick. You can't
Yeah.
afford to be tired.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
It's like there's no. I can't just say like I don't feel like working today or that's it. That's enough. It's like
true.
I have to work because I have responsibilities.
Yeah, and like even not just for the money, I guess you just have to be helpful as well to the workforce because
Mm.
everyone's also getting sick. So just try to be as productive as you can.
Mm.
Try to avoid getting sick because at the end of the day, like we're always short now and everyone's getting sick because they're tired. Everyone's doing overtime. So just try to help out. And that's what I admire about you because you do that. Like instead of you calling in sick, you would say, "Oh no, I feel bad for them if I call in sick, even though I'm tired, because yeah, we're short."
Yeah.
Remember, at one
That's one
point, there's
thing I
only
appreciate with my workplace or my work group.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a close knit
yeah, exactly.
group.
Yeah, well, ours as well.
Like you care for each other, like
Yeah,
genuinely. I hope.
yeah, ours as well. Like my teammates, like my colleagues, are really we're quite bright and happy people. So I really admire how our work ethics work. But yeah, sometimes being busy and very tired and overworked gets you.
Mm.
Like, sometimes you can't concentrate on working because you're just overworked. Apart from that, guys, comment down below what you learn. I know this is a lot. We are sharing. Everyone's learning here. I hopefully I will learn something from yous and we'll learn something from yous guys. Um, but biggest lesson is resilience, especially in our line of work. It's hard. Yeah, being
Yeah,
being
cause yeah,
nurses.
yeah,
Yeah, being
basically.
nurses. Like everywhere, the nurses everywhere. I guess everyone is very resilient because of um what happened and what we're going through during the pandemic. All right, I guess last subtopic of nursing during the
Um.
pandemic.
So, any memorable or relatable experience?
Oh.
Well, the whole thing is memorable and still is at the moment.
Um, speaking of resilience, I would say that was one of the memorable because we are always I have been in my experience I've always been assigned because I've always been assigned in the COVID area. So we called it the red zone. So every time I was put in there, we really have this really really great teamwork, like team that work with each
You
other.
look after each other. Yeah.
Yeah, you look after each other, and then everyone would just say, "Oh, you take your break, and then take as long as you want. You can done on and off as long as many times as you want. Take water breaks, take pee break. Everyone would bring food. Everyone." I think that's the most memorable for me because you can see the kindness.
You need to get used to facing the microphone whenever
Yep.
you speak.
Sorry. So I've seen kindness of people, different people from different backgrounds, towards us. I've even like um have patients bring us food. So yeah, it's for me it's a fun memory. I don't want to think of the negative ones, but
Yeah, it's very unhealthy to think about it.
yeah, true. So how about you? What's the most like say fun memory or
Well, since we don't want to think about the bad stuff, I can't think of any memorable thing.
so nothing memorable came out of it?
I just can't think of anything at the moment. I bet there is, but
Okay,
unfortunately,
if you want to talk about negative, what did you
no, I'm not
remember?
gonna talk about it
No,
either.
it's not really negative, but those that you can remember that's really a bit say not really horrifying, but could be a bit, scary in a way.
What was scary?
Yeah, scary or negative or
Oh, it
whatever
was
you want to say.
scary that people were dying left and right, but not that I've experienced it at work, because no one, oh, thank God, died at work because
Yep,
of it.
knock on wood.
Uh,
Yep.
um, yeah, I don't know. That was the scary part. Like just the thought of, oh, in case you have it, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna survive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
like and my family
The
back
in,
home
I
in case
guess
they get it.
the
How?
initial part is the scary bit, hey? Because
Mm,
we don't know what
yeah,
we're
fear of the unknown.
yeah, we don't know what we're going into. Like what are we fighting for? Like what is this? Cuz you hear the news every time and it's piling up. the information that you hear, and especially you're in the healthcare industry, you don't really know what's happening. You just go to work and you just fight this with your
Oh,
whole being.
I just remembered one thing that is memorable is we got our two dogs during the pandemic. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the most memorable. And of course, new friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
met new friends.
Yeah, something positive.
Yeah,
I guess, if we think about it, the pandemic is a very negative thing that happened to the whole world, not just to us, but to the whole world and the whole healthcare industry. But I guess you can also find something positive that
yeah, yeah.
you've taken out of that.
It restarted everyone
Yeah. I've been hearing stories that family spent more time
together.
together and which brought them closer. I guess that's the most,
Doesn't work
valuable
for us
thing.
because we're overseas.
Yeah, true. But you still check on each other, and every from time to time you talk to them. Lucky enough, guys, we are not in the 1970s, 1960s era.
Mhm.
Remember? Like, oh, I'm not remember, but can you imagine during the influenza A? Was that the pandemic?
I can't and I don't want to imagine.
Yeah. And guys, there's no cell phones. We don't have internet.
Oh
We
yeah,
can't
very
talk
true.
to our loved ones. It's tough times, and now just a touch of a button, we can actually call our family and friends. And please do that. Please always check on your friends. Check their mental health. See if they're okay. A bit of maritesan would help. Like it
Yeah,
helped
just
me.
something
Something,
that you
yeah,
can do outside of work that you don't have to talk about.
yeah.
COVID really helped.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Something that would help you.
And by saying that, I don't support the marites thing that she's talking about. Just anything outside of COVID
I'm
in
just
general
saying,
that you do is really
marites at in a way, like, yung marites mo yung mga artista. Uy, Ats, alam mo ba si ganito? No. Like, something like that. It's out of our zone. Something that we can just find light or find a bit of something in common ground. I should say.
okay. I
But
think this is already long enough.
yes. Oh my God, we did it, lovely. We did it. I'm so happy. Are
Thank you
you
so
happy?
much for sticking around and listening, guys. Hopefully, you've picked up something
Yes, I hope we've
during this
shared.
discussion.
Yeah, we've shared something. We hope to get better. So please give us
Mm.
your feedback on the comments below, or you can DM me. I would love to hear your comments. And again, thank you guys for listening. Again, this is Sheila.
And I'm Ruel.
And what?
Just keep talking.
This is
The
the Owners
CommoNurse
Podcast.
Podcast.